Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talk 30 to Me podcast. You may notice that we've started on a bit of a somber note. We do have a bit of an announcement to make before we get into episode 6. So as you may notice, whether this is on a reel that we're releasing or you're an audio listener, we are joined by a guest today, and that's Ellie John, who was our guest on the last episode. Obviously, the reasons for that are because of the accusations that have been going around about Lucy. We just want to say that we do fully support Lucy and we hope she can clear her name very soon. But obviously we respect her privacy whilst the allegations are ongoing. So she won't be featuring in today's episode, and hopefully we'll have her back for episode 7. But for now, sit back and enjoy. Hopefully we can laugh our way through it and just kind of get past all the accusations that have been going around. And welcome our guest, Ellie John. And we're here. Welcome. Episode 6.
Six episodes.
I know. We beat the statistic of 5 episodes and you're done. So
and it was close.
It was close. Who would have thought it would be Lucy nearly getting us cancelled, mind?
But no, seriously, Lucy, we're here for you. In true Lucy fashion,
What?
She was meant to host this episode.
Yeah. So, well, and maybe that's linked to the allegations. Who knows? But yeah, in true Lucy fashion, she can't be here today. Like we said, we send all our love. We hope that she can be back with us next time, but we are just respecting her privacy at this time while everything kind of plays out. And we're not gonna keep going back to it because it's not fair. But we do support you, Lucy. So welcome to my dismay.
The only person with no plans tonight and available last minute.
Yeah. Ellie John.
No social life.
Welcome back.
No life at all, in fact.
Yeah, there was a bit of a panic. We jumped on board. Ellie John, will you do it? And
she said no.
So proud she said yes.
She said no first.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, how was your gusto spaghetti?
I got coerced into this tonight.
Coerced?
Yeah.
You turn up with sweets and that?
Yeah, coerced. My spaghetti was lovely, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
hype up the gusto.
What did you have for dinner?
Chicken and chips.
What type
It
of
was
chicken?
a bit of a dilemma, to be honest.
Fair.
Because, we're not getting into it. But yeah, chicken and chips. And I'll tell you later why I'm so
Was it a
disappointed.
takeaway or?
No.
Good.
What did you have for dinner, Charlie?
I had hoisin chicken stir fry without the noodles because I'm trying to go low carb.
Nice.
Because I am going to talk about it. I climbed the UK's highest mountain.
Yes, you did.
Last weekend. I also climbed I climbed Ben Nevis. I climbed Scaffold Pike. I woke up Sunday ready to climb Snowdon, and the fucking van keys went missing, right? I don't know where they went.
Do you think someone stole them?
I think Charlie hid them. I think he was thinking, I don't want to go up Snowdon.
Snowdon's meant to be fucking lethal.
It was horrible.
Not as lethal as Ben Nevis. And I didn't plan for Ben Nevis to be as lethal as it was. First 75%. Nice little standard mountain walking. Then we hit the snow.
Yeah,
it's always worse, isn't it? And the ice as well at the top.
Well, I had to slide down the mountain because I just didn't have the right boots on. And when someone put in the WhatsApp chat leading up to it, don't forget to buy crampons, boys, because it looks like it's going to snow on the top of Ben Nevis. I was like, I'll be sound.
What's crampons?
With the spikes on the bottom of your feet.
They're like, yeah. But we are going back to do Snowdon in May, so we are going to complete it. And because I'm a glutton for it, I've signed up to do the Three Peaks again next year for Signposted Cymru, who we shouted out on our mental health podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the podcast had only kind of just started when I was doing this one, so I didn't promote it that much. But you're going to get bored shitless of hearing me talk about it because I'm going to be begging for sponsorship. People to donate to Signposted Cymru because they are a brilliant charity. That's the Three Peaks done. I think maybe we should get one of the boys on as a guest because there was some mad stories.
Yeah.
And I think it would be a good episode. Dylan, I'm going to shout Dylan out, and you can't edit this out, Rob, because he bugs me about getting a shout out every time. Dylan is like the number one fan from Man v Fat of this podcast. He was on the trip with me and he kept saying, get me on to talk about the trip. He's doing next year's trip. He's done this trip. So after Snowdon, Dylan, he's 31 as well, so he meets the criteria. Let's get him on.
Yeah? All right, Dylan. See you soon, mate.
On. You happy with that, Ellie?
I'm happy with that.
Sound.
If she's still here.
If she's still here.
Because,
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, but yeah, Lucy was meant to host.
Yeah.
I'm conscious I've done a lot of talking.
What's new?
Yeah.
Are you conscious?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll stop.
I told you, Rob. When I back in her earlier, I said she ain't even that much of a bitch. It was.
I do it for the crowd.
It
And
was
Rob
all
like,
for the
yeah,
crowd.
she is. Yeah.
It was all, and he was like, "Nah, honestly, I thought maybe we was gonna have to cut the episode because I thought you was gonna cry at one point." I was like, "Rob, don't be silly, man."
I only do that
weren't
behind closed doors.
Yeah, I said she's actually sound as a pound. Straight on him, mugging me off again. Lucy has left us blindsided. We haven't prepped for the episode.
Yeah, so it's all about nostalgia, basically. So we're here to kind of like reminisce on growing up and how that was. Because we had a lot of people saying that we should do an episode on things like that because we always mentioned stuff in the previous episodes. We were like, oh, we should do an episode on that, on things like what we grew up watching, the absolute insane shit that we done when the internet started become a thing. Because like, I think that blindsided our parents.
Yeah.
Like because we were like the generation where we started talking to random fucking people on MSN. No, just me.
No, you did. Just you.
Not me.
I started like, okay.
You, we know.
Okay. Webcam.
But no, I get it. Like, we are the internet era, aren't we? We are the era. I think we're one of the only generations.
Can we just go back to the webcam bit?
Sorry,
Elle was legit the OG webcam gal.
So
no, I thought we all were like it.
No.
No.
So you was
Rob shaking his head for the audio.
But listen.
Rob knows.
Rob knows. We was talking about it earlier. Rob wants to get an OnlyFans model on. I'm keen.
Oh, I got OnlyFans.
Have you?
No. I actually...
Sorry, man.
I actually downloaded OnlyFans just to see what it was about.
What, to register for it?
Yeah. It's literally like Facebook. Exact same setup.
But you've got to pay.
I've only seen it from the...
No, you don't. You don't have to pay.
I've only seen it from the customer's perspective.
Yeah, so I downloaded it from the other perspective just to see what it was like.
The creator's perspective.
Yeah. And it was literally like having a Facebook page. And then you can change your prices and things.
How much would you charge?
I don't know. I'd have to...
Like, I kind of
I'd
feel
have to
like...
gauge her off my sugar daddies, wouldn't I?
No, I think this is... Would sugar daddies pay for that? Surely you're just sending sugar daddies pictures of your tits anyway.
Yeah.
Is that not how it works?
No. It's an open net, isn't it?
Yeah, a sugar daddy works however you want your sugar daddy to work. Every relationship is different. You never...
Anyways, back to you being the original cam girl because we're going into...
No, what I'm saying is, like, internet took everyone by storm. Apparently, people were more unhinged on the internet than others.
Do you remember Omegle?
No. Yeah, Omegle.
Omegle.
Yeah, loved Omegle.
What was Omegle?
Sorry, what have I done?
What was Omegle?
So it was...
you don't know what Omegle is?
You would be on the webcam.
Yeah. It
was a website, and then you would press, and it would randomly connect you with someone who else was on that website.
It's only just shut down.
Yeah, and so like obviously there was like madnesses on there, people just wanking and like girls with their tits out. There was, wasn't there? But like also you could get on it where like did you ever get to the one with the snake eating the mouse?
What?
No.
Is this a euphemism?
No. It was literally like you see the mouse there and you see the snake just kind of. It was obviously someone had worked out how to code it so that the video would show the same video from it would start when you connected to them. And then it would disconnect just before the mouse got eaten.
Okay.
I've got people on my Facebook now who I met on Omegle.
I feel you may have been a kidnapper's / nonce's dream.
You know, the more we talk...
I agree. I agree. Yeah.
Like, yeah, maybe.
Did you meet up with any of these people other than the one that your mother arranged to come to your house that time?
Well,
16th birthday party, thank you. If we're gonna
18th. It was my 18th.
Oh, sound then, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's legal.
Yeah. I only met up with one person.
You could have been
killed. Do you remember, did you ever used to, if you really liked someone, if they were like a good mate, did you put them in your MSN name?
Yes.
No, that was only
with
for
like
dating.
loads of emojis and stuff.
Yeah.
No, but we were always single,
And-
so we wouldn't have anyone dating in our names. It would
Speak
just
for
be
yourself.
Yeah,
Speak
no,
for
shit
yourself.
luck.
But
Even
no,
I
and
could
then-
keep down a relationship on MSN days. Fucking hell.
But like, I remember if I'd had a falling out with someone, I'd be taking out their name, and it would be like devastating if you got cut out of the MSN
or even
name.
if they changed the order of the names, like you've gone from number 1 to number 3.
Yeah. Do you remember on Bebo used to share?
Top friends.
Yeah. But
So you
what
could
did
have up to, sorry,
No, go on.
you
Go
could
on.
have up to 30, couldn't you? And
Yeah.
then you could like change the order of them. And I'm sure you could do it on Facebook as well. But then you could have your other half.
Yes.
That was like your relationship status on Bebo as well.
And can you share the love? Can you share the
3
love with
times a
someone?
day.
3 times a day, share the love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Bebo.
I think it went from 1 to 3.
Mm.
And then people was having like, oh, I'm having a love contest against Ellouise, say, who can get to 500 love first? And then like they'd be begging at school, like, oh, I beg you just like put
Give
love
me
on
your
my
love.
Bebo wall. And I went to an all-boys school, so I was like, that's a bit fucking...
Oh, I loved Bebo. Did you, I don't know if this was just me being a nonsense dream again, but did you ever go on? Sorry, Rob's cracking up. Like, did you
A
ever?
nonsense dream.
We should
No,
hashtag
that's the
this.
capital. That's the title of the podcast. A nonsense dream. Can't see why that might get us cancelled. God.
Okay, did you ever go on Habbo Hotel?
Yo.
Yes,
Oh,
all the time.
I have the funniest fucking story.
Please tell. I
So,
love Habbo Hotel stories.
Do you remember Habbo Hotel? Yeah, you could be like part of like the club, whatever. Like the
Yeah, you used to pay. You had to pay.
So
Yeah.
I told my dad because he basically parents split up. I'd go to my dad's every other weekend. Wouldn't really speak to him in between, and he was just being a dickhead this one week. Yeah, and I was like, oh, please, like just pay for me to go on, get on the Habbo Hotel members club. I can't remember what it was in it,
Oh
but
my God, what was it?
he was like, oh, like, and he's just being a dickhead all weekend, yeah. And I was like, please, nah. Anyway, on the Sunday then, I think I'd had a bit of a cry the Saturday night, like, you don't love me, you don't want me to be a Habbo Hotel member. He was like, right, how do I do it? Now it's simple, just put your card details in online, Dad, you're sound in it. But by this point, I'd got over the fact that I wasn't going to be in the Habbo Hotel members club, so I was going to fuck with my dad. Right?
What did you do?
I said to him, you got to go to the shop. And you got to ask for a card. Yeah, you got to ask for this like digital top-up card, yeah? And he said, what's the card called? I said, it's a Wally card. He was like, what? I was like, wallet without the T, Wally card. And he's like, sound.
Did he do
My
it?
dad drove around the whole of Addleston, yeah? And I said to him, there's all these shops here. I just looked at the PayPoint shops, innit?
Yeah.
All these shops here, you can get Wally cards in. And for pretty much the whole of Sunday trading hours, my dad was going to all these shops in Addleston and the surrounding areas. And he'd be like, sorry, I'm looking for a Wally card. And I just stood in the shop with him like, you stupid prick.
But did you not make yourself over? Because you never then became a Habbo Hotel VIP. I just Googled it, by the way. It is like just VIP.
Is it? No,
Yeah.
well, I didn't care.
Didn't care?
Nah, I thought this prick's having it.
Oh, no.
And
I
he
loved
did.
it.
And Joe, if he listens to the podcast, doubt he does. If he's listening to the podcast, that'll be the first time he realises the Wally card wasn't real.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Like 17 years on.
Oh, no, I
Should have
loved
just got it for me on a Saturday morning, Dad.
No, I loved Habbo Hotel.
Yeah,
I used to
quality.
pretend to be in the to be a nurse or a doctor.
Yeah, because you build the different rooms, innit?
Yeah.
I must have at some point become a member on it. Because
Did you ever get scammed on it? Where you had like
No,
all
I'm
your
not.
furniture
Listen,
stolen?
don't be
No,
stupid.
did you
I
ever get
always got
scammed?
scammed?
scammed. I ended up homeless.
What did you
Like with no furniture.
Bailiffs on the door. Hello? Repossessing the Habbo Hotel stuff.
No, they just scam you. Like you leave your room.
No, I know how. I
can't
know. You
remember.
make them an admin in your room, basically, innit? Or a moderator in your room, and then they
Oh.
just jack all your shit.
Why?
Oh.
Because she ain't street smart. You'd be fucked in London.
Do you know the weirdest part of Habbo Hotel is the time that I went to get adopted? Like,
What? What?
did you not do that? There was like the adoption centre.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but it was just a random room someone had built, wasn't it?
It was a random room, but like people who had Habbo Hotel money would come and you would pretend to be their child and then you would speak in like
Baby.
language.
This is so cringy.
But I know this is, I can't believe I'm admitting any of this.
Rob is
But
blown
they
away.
would give you money then.
Yeah.
So I was getting scammed, and Charlie was probably the one scamming me.
Wow. And do you remember, some people would build bedrooms and you'd have sex in it. You would be like...
Yeah.
You would...
Bubba.
Bubba, yeah, because if you swore, it would change it to bubba.
So it'd be like,
So you'd be
bubba.
But it'd be like, this was the original sexting, yeah? You'd be like... I remember as well, because I was a bit of a nerd when I was younger. Do you know, like, people would start making their own servers? So you would, like, your mate would get a download link, pure viruses. But every now and again, it would be an actual website.
Yeah.
And it would be, like, the exact same front end as Habbo Hotel. But, like, you wouldn't have to pay for membership or anything like that. You could just build whatever the fuck you want. And it's like, it was sick. And it was only your mates playing on there or whoever had this link. So it wasn't like the whole world. So you couldn't be a nonce's dream on there.
No,
unless the nonce was
not
running the server.
interested.
Yeah. But I remember that. But I can't... Do you remember, like, at some point, or you wouldn't remember, one day you logged off Habbo Hotel for the last time.
Yeah.
How mad is that? Like, when did I delete MSN?
Did you play RuneScape as well?
No.
You must. Nah. RuneScape was like a medieval Habbo Hotel.
Oh, maybe I did.
And you had to, like, do, like, missions and stuff. And you would, like... There's another game, like one of the biggest games in the world. I don't know the name of it. Loads of people play it. It's about wizards and stuff. Something of
Witcher Warcraft.
World of maybe World of. Is that a video game?
Yeah.
Bare people play that, like adults.
Yeah.
Like Matt, like there's like I say Matt. Listen, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. It's a bit like that, but like a watered down version, I guess.
What about Crash Bandicoot and
That's
Spyro?
totally different.
I know.
Spyro.
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 I
Yeah.
don't know. Who's the dragon?
Yeah, Spyro.
That was more video game though. Like this is computer games we're talking, internet based.
Right, okay.
No, but Spyro.
No, but yeah, Crash Bandicoot was sick.
I was obsessed with Spyro.
Yeah.
Obsessed. And Rayman.
Oh, Rayman was the one.
Yeah.
Stuck on them levels for time.
That was a
Age
good one.
and Ratchet and Clank.
What?
Ratchet and Clank. Is it Ratchet and Clank?
I thought you said rat, shit, and clank.
Nah, that's the Croydon version.
Oh, right, okay.
When you couldn't afford the PlayStation, your mum would just go out and play with Ratchet and Clank. It's the same thing.
Oh, but to be real though, did you ever play Kirby?
Yes,
Yeah.
all the time. And Thanos.
What's that?
Did you ever play Thanos?
Red arse, we called it.
Oh, we
I
called
think
it
is
Thanos.
the concept is you've got a ball.
Football.
It gets hit off the wall. If it hits you and you don't make it to the wall in time, you got to stand bent over and you just get fucking caned with the ball.
Yeah, basically. I used to.
Where it was going then,
I
didn't
used
you?
I did not know where the fuck that story was going.
Bend over, nonce comes in.
So
You
it was different for you guys. I was just going to say I played it with my brother, but it's probably not appropriate, is it? Shall I finish the story?
Yeah. I want to know you play Thanos because sounds like yours was a bit fucking boring, I'll be honest. Go on.
No, I used to play exactly the same, but because I was a girl with all the boys, I used to have to turn around instead. So they used to just blast balls at my face, basically.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they did not. You must have known what you were lining up there.
No.
Fuck off.
Honestly.
You what? You're telling me I've just done a whole bit about having to bend down and then a nonce comes in and then you're telling me they were just blasting their balls in your face? Fuck off.
I was the only girl. So all the boys,
Different game.
all the boys used to blast them.
Different game.
talking, you don't think before. That was kind of one of those moments, yeah.
Wow. And the thing is, do you still play Tan Arse or?
I don't mind getting involved. A bit partial.
Yeah, fair. Saturday though, I'm free.
Sorry. Go on, El.
Go on.
No, it was a genuine game. Like, I wasn't trying to make it sexual.
Well, listen, if that's what the boys on the estate told you, innit? Sound.
Did you ever have like chants for your area?
Chance.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go, everywhere we go.
Like for your,
people
like, where you
always
from?
ask us who we are.
Who we are.
And where do we come from?
Where do
We're
we
the
come-
kids from Kensington. The very best kids in the whole of England. Fucking mad. We wasn't actually hooligans, but if any fucking other play scheme tried it, the Kensington Avenue play scheme was having them on Peggy Park. Don't you worry about that.
When I was in school, we used to throw stones at the other school.
It's because you were from
Opposite.
Ely.
Yeah, we also had a chant. We are the Ely girls. We wear our... It's really long, so I'm not going to do it
go
all.
on, I want to.
No, it's so long.
I literally just did everywhere we go. I did the repeat bit as well. I was doing both parts. I don't know if you got that from when I was doing it, but you didn't just repeat the fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was all
Did you
about
have a
being an
chant
Ely girl.
in
No.
Lantrison?
No, Lanishan.
Lanishan.
Yeah, you know it, Rob. I've sang it to Rob many times. He knows.
I'd have thought a performer like you would have liked to slam it out.
I am only when I'm paid.
Fair.
It was just me with a load of boys on the estate, really.
Tanning their balls in your face, like, do you know what I mean?
And they weren't the type that chanted.
They were
They
too
not?
busy with their balls.
What programs did you used to watch? Because I literally watched Recess the other day and That's So Raven because I was feeling my nostalgia dream.
Hey, Arnold.
Hey,
football
Arnold.
head. Yeah.
Love that.
What was that one with Thornbury on it? The Wild...
Wild Thornberries.
Oh, yeah. I used to like that as well.
I'll be honest, I didn't really watch much telly.
Do you not?
What were
No, I
you
was
doing instead?
Just out on the street selling rock.
Better than
Did it
what?
make you much
Nah.
money?
Better than what Ellie was
No, I
doing out
wasn't.
on the streets.
Yeah. There was no balls in my face. Just my ass. I did watch like some telly, but we was just out playing like headers and volleys and World Cup Willie.
What?
World Cup Willie.
What?
Basically, yeah, Willie was the mascot for, I could be wrong here, the 1966 World Cup or whenever England hosted the Euros. So you just played World Cup Willie, where like you would all be shooting at the same goalkeeper. It's just the name of the game. There's nothing fucking sexual about it.
Yeah, I know what game you're playing. However, it
World
wasn't
Cup Willie.
called World Cup Willie. There is a World Cup Willie.
Well, there we are then. That's what we were playing.
1999, that is.
What tournament was that?
England's 66 song, actually.
Oh, so yeah. So it's the year England won the World Cup. So we would play that. We'd break onto the school field and you would all just shoot at the same goal. So we weren't really watching telly. We was actually out being active and that.
No, I was watching telly. Dick and Dom and the Bungalow. Applied for that.
Dick and Dom
How
and the Bungalow was
dodgy
cool.
is that, actually, when you think about Dick and Dom and the Bungalow?
Do you know it was in a TV studio? It wasn't an actual bungalow.
Yeah, I know, but in my head, all these kids used to go and have a sleepover with Dick and Dom, and that was my dream. That's what I wanted to do. No.
Should we?
My
Do we
name
need to
is-
have an intervention here, Ellie?
I'll be honest, I wasn't listening.
Do you want to?
Can you repeat that?
Listen.
You wanted Dick and Dom in your dreams? Is that what we're saying?
No. She
I
dreamed
wanted
of
to go-
having a sleepover with Dick and Dom.
I actually applied.
I used to like...
Listen, if you don't want to talk about it on a recording, just know as your friends, we are here for you if you ever need to open up about anything.
I will back you all the way, mate. I will never...
She knows a few boys that have got balls they can smash in your face to get you over you with.
Yeah, changing the subject.
Go
Do you
on.
remember the band Blue?
Yeah,
Duncan.
Yeah.
Duncan. He was always my crush.
I fancied Duncan as well.
Yeah.
Everyone fancied Lee, but I was a bit of Duncan.
Duncan.
I was
What
more
about you?
Simon.
You like Simon, did you?
I remember, yeah. Blue was big, weren't they? And like S Club. Was it All Stars? Things go
All
bump,
Saints.
bump, bump in the night. Wherever you are.
I know the song, but I can't remember the
Yeah,
band.
you gotta face it, baby. Things go bumping. Was it
Why
All
did you want to
Stars?
sleep over with Dick and Dom?
That was the program. A bunch of kids used to
Yeah.
want to sleep over their house.
This is a proper, like, yeah, it's not good, is it?
Yeah, coming back to Bebo and that.
Yeah.
I used to make Bebo skins.
I wanted to be able to do that, but I couldn't.
But what I also
Sucked.
made, and obviously this is going to fling back a bit quickly to N-Tubz, MySpace was the place for, like, if you was a creative and you wanted to release music or whatever like that, and you had a MySpace, like, you'd be like, oh yeah, listen on my MySpace. And
yeah,
like, it's kind of like, do you know, like when you see people's emails now and it'll be like, John Smith 1742, like, and you're like, why have you got them random numbers? If you got onto MySpace QuickTime, you're getting the URL you need.
Yeah.
MySpace.com/N-Tubz. I was lucky that if people had fat fingers and were typing N-Tubz wrong, I was getting a bit of traffic from that. These days, they call it SEO, right? Search engine optimization, but that's a bit of the masters talking. But yeah, you were fucked if you had like a generic name and did music.
Mine was Funky Welsh Girl.
Well, you had a MySpace.
Yeah.
Well, you sing, were you?
No.
I had MySpace and I didn't put any music or anything.
Because didn't you? The first person you had as a friend was the MySpace creator as well.
Yeah. What's his name? Tom? What was his name? Tom. Yeah, Tom.
So obviously there was MySpace where you could upload your music and stuff, and then the kind of iTunes era came in, then didn't it? And you would like some mugs paid for their music, but most people downloaded LimeWire, FrostWire, Napster, Pirate Bay, and you would just illegally download every tune. And if you got a good one, you'd have the album artwork and everything. You could bang it straight on your iTunes. You'd get the odd one with, did you have is it Bill Clinton? I never sexually assaulted that woman.
No.
Did you ever get that down? You'd think you were downloading like Jay-Z 99 Problems, right? And then like you'd get it on your iTunes because you couldn't listen until it was on your iTunes. That was the worst bit about it. Bangs on, it's like, got all the artwork and everything. I never sexually assaulted that woman. You're like, well, I've wasted 4 hours downloading 99 Problems by Jay-Z.
Was it LimeWire that made you have it as your ringtone? Because I had some sick ringtones.
Nah.
What was it? Zedge, was it? Yeah.
I never...
My little Motorola flip.
The Razor.
Well, I know I didn't have the Razor. I had the flat one. I had it hot pink.
Nice.
Did you ever used to record music from your phone though? Like just all the time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We weren't that.
And then you'd put it as your ringtone as well, wouldn't you?
And you can hear like a cough in the background.
Because I remember when Impossible came out and that was my ringtone for a long time.
What? Impossible.
But the original version, not the James Arthur one.
Yeah.
Tell them all I know. That one. You know?
Nice. I never recorded it. We were just Bluetooth like. But then this is going to just show how chavvy I was growing up. Like
just growing up?
Like you would Bluetooth songs to each other, but it would all be like rappers from the local area that were just like recording on like bootleg beats, and like they'd have a recording studio in their gaff.
Thing is, you grew up in London.
Yeah.
I grew up in bloody Wales.
So like
no one had a recording studio.
No one had a fucking recording studio in Croydon, trust me. Like, so they would download a beat off of like, well, a beat would be going round like on Bluetooth. And then they would just like spit bars to it, and it would just be the maddest bars. Like I remember my cousin did a song called Little Timmy, and it was about a kid getting bullied at school into wearing a dress.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was mad. And like there would be just like tunes, a certain tune would bang, and then everyone would like, Bluetooth me that song, Bluetooth me that song. And that's how N-Tubz got big, with a song called Fever Las Vegas. And everyone was like, Bluetooth me that new N-Tubz track. Yeah. And it was sick. Gigs, loads of like Stormzy, a lot of that was from like Bluetooth and tracks. But then like obviously LimeWire, this is before Spotify, man. I remember when Spotify first come out and it's like, what? You can just
it was mad.
Every song you want, you just got to listen to an advert every 3 songs. I'm in.
I actually had to explain Spotify to my dad last weekend because he still
Head's gone like.
He was like, "What? So you don't get the CD?" No, because my dad is old school, and you never know when looking at him. But he likes his CDs, his DVDs. Like,
do you remember the first CD you bought?
Yeah,
because that's a question. That's a question that, do you know, in like 10, 15 years time?
Yeah.
When like new musicians are coming out then? Because you always see on like MTV, Lewis Capaldi, what was the first ever CD you bought? And they'll always talk like, have a really sweet story about a vinyl they bought. Listen, when people in 10, 15 years are becoming musicians, they'll be like, what album did you first ever stream?
What was your first Spotify download?
Yeah, your first tape.
I never had tape, so I fucked that.
I did. I remember I had like a little CD Walkman.
Did you?
Again, hot pink.
CD Walkman, no, not tape.
No, it was a
I
CD.
had a tape on
I had a tape one as
Walkman.
well, but I remember my CD one, and I remember my uncle was babysitting me once, and he was walking down the street, and we swapped his like metal CDs out for my Barbie girl one, and we're watching him walk down the street, go for fuck's sake! This is like, I'm a Barbie girl, living his best life.
Could never pull pranks like that anymore.
No, can't swap someone's CD out.
Yours, and so what was your first one? Was Peter Andre?
It was bought for me, to be fair, in my defence.
Mine was Britney Spears.
Nothing wrong with Peter Andre.
Uh,
Mine was McFly, All About You.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was.
That's quite late.
Yeah, but when I bought myself.
See, it was
I
bought
think
for
Busted
me.
was the first ever CD bought for me.
My first tape was, I don't know who sings it, Sweet Like Chocolate.
Sweet like chocolate boy.
Stormzy did a good remix of that recently.
Chocolate boy.
That was like the Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die days, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Do you remember Crazy
did
Frog?
you remember when it went round that everyone saying, he's saying, I'm blue, if I was green, I would die.
Oh, yeah.
It's not, it's just
It's
Blue
not.
Dabba Dee Dabba Die. But
Did
music
you,
ain't the same anymore, is it?
No, did you ever sit there and
Sound
watch
like
the
such an old man.
I am.
Did you
You're not.
watch the music
I know.
video, like the music video channels where you could text in
Yeah,
and have like your message go on the bottom? But no, I used to. I remember when the Jonas Brothers came out, and I was on there like, I love Nick Jonas.
Jonas Brothers, I remember him Camp Rock.
See, I went to see Avril Lavigne live.
Is it?
Love
Yeah.
Avril Lavigne.
She's coming to Cardiff this year.
Yeah, she is. I couldn't get tickets. Good. But I seen Avril Lavigne, and her opening act was the Jonas Brothers. But before anyone knew them, so
Fair.
they were like, but I knew
Oh.
them, obviously, being a hardcore fan that I was. And yeah, loved them from the Disney Channel days.
We used to go to, we was a lot younger now, Disney Choice Awards. They were like these like award things they did, yeah. In like, I think it was the XL London, maybe they hosted them.
Why?
And
How? How did
my
you get
mum
there?
would like, my mum was like part of the PTA at school, and she just had a way of getting like loads of tickets. They did like a trip every year. But we grew up in London.
Yeah, but
Do you know what I mean? Like,
who was there? Who was?
oh,
sorry,
it's just
I-
no. So it was like, imagine like a variety show. It would just be like, it was like an awards ceremony.
Yeah.
And it would just have like, they'd have performances from like loads of different bands. Like, do you know like Summertime, like Jingle Bell Ball?
Yeah,
and
like
Summer-
Capitals.
Yeah. So it was like, imagine like the like tween version of that. Like, I couldn't tell
Did
you
you say
when
tweenie?
tween, like preteen. innit?
Like not the Tweenies.
Oh, right, okay.
Like I couldn't tell you specifically who was there because it was so long ago. But like it was always like,
What's that got to do with Disney, though?
Because it was
because there were
Disney.
Disney Awards, so it was like
Oh,
best,
right, okay.
a bit like the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards. Now.
Oh, I
But,
love
like,
them.
Yeah,
And
so
you got slimed.
we used to go to them like
Yes.
every year, and it was like mental scenes.
Oh,
Yeah.
jealous.
I think that's one of the benefits of growing up in London, though, is that you get more of them opportunities, and that's what
Yeah.
made me want to go into events at first, I think, and then like just going to music shows all the time growing up. But I Busted, McFly, Steps.
I went to
remember-
see Steps.
We went to see Busted.
Yes,
Like
Busted.
3 days after we found out my mum and dad were splitting up, and I just didn't enjoy it. I going back to TV for a bit because I know this episode is just going to be here, there, and everywhere. I remember because my brother's 10 years younger ish,
Yeah.
so like
My sister's 10 years younger.
yeah, so a lot of like TV, I was just like I don't really remember much from like 13 or younger. Just I don't. But like I remember like the stuff my brother was watching then, so like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah.
I remember High School Musical though.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a
kicked-
wildcat, man.
No, I kicked my entire family out of the house because my sister and brother were like 2 and 3, and something like around. They were young, they were babies, and they'd make too much noise. So I kicked my whole family out of the house for the night to watch High School Musical. And
On
I
your
sat
own,
down,
that's
I was
it.
like, yeah.
That was like the first big Disney film.
Yeah.
since like
Zac
the
Efron.
animations.
I can literally remember where I was when I watched it for the first time.
Are we going to talk about Zac Efron? Or?
Oh, I mean, what's not to talk about?
He's a hunk.
He is a hunk, isn't he?
He's
And he's
ruined
got
his
better with
face,
age.
though. No, he hasn't. He's got major Botox
I
in his
see
I
what
head.
you're
don't
saying.
know. There's something's happened.
Botox.
No, I thought it was for an advert.
No,
He's
I can't remember.
proper
I can't remember what's
mucked his
happened.
face up.
Well,
I don't think it was self-inflicted. I think he had like an accident.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
what
right.
I'm trying to say. Yeah, I just remember there being something that he said because
That's awkward, isn't it?
he commented on it recently.
Yeah. It's not like he's going to listen to the pod to be offended by my comments.
Oh my god! But
You
if
never
you
know.
are listening,
I'd
Zac
love it.
Efron, I defended you
I love
and I
you.
love you.
and me.
It's fine.
But no, but it wasn't it? Like High School Musical was like the biggest Disney film in so long.
Yeah.
And then they brought out High School Musical 2, and then
Camp Rock.
no, High School Musical 3 was in the cinemas then, wasn't it? And it was like,
Yeah. It was the last one though.
yeah.
It was really sad. And then there was all that drama because if you remember, Vanessa Hudgens was going out with Zac Efron. And then her
Yes.
nudes got leaked. Remember that drama? When her nudes got leaked?
Rob's like, I fucking do.
I was really sad for Vanessa Hudgens. And that's when I was like, I
But
stand.
buzzing for all young men in the world.
I'll stop webcamming.
No, I was in solidarity with Vanessa, okay? And I just felt like that girl had a bad
Isn't it
Bad
mad
rap.
that the laws only just come in about sharing news?
Revenge
I was
porn.
just about
Yeah.
to say,
100%.
isn't it like,
It's only recent, but like back in the day, if anything got leaked in high school, photos of you, it literally gets spread around the school. Everyone could see it.
and it was
nothing could
child
be done.
porn.
And yeah,
There was this one situation in school, I'll always remember it, and I really feel for the girl. And I just remember her brother went to our school. Obviously, I'm not going to mention any names. And her nudes got out. And I remember seeing it and not saying anything. And I hate that I didn't say anything. It's like one thing that I truly regret. Because I was just like, I didn't want to go against the popular kids. And a load of people then printed it off and posted it around the school.
That's wild.
That it was horrendous.
it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Horrendous. Yeah. And I just think I can't believe
One of the
stuff like that
benefits-
happened.
One of the benefits
gross.
of going to an all-boys school for a few years, I guess, is that
You don't need to see cock.
just didn't send nudes to any of my classmates was where I was going. And to be honest, at Brit, I don't think anything like that really happened because everyone was kind of in it together kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It was like
Yeah, you were like in Camp Rock, weren't you?
yeah.
Camp Rock.
I remember as a child going to my grandparents' house and always choosing out my favourite video, VCR, sorry.
VHS.
But some
VHS.
dickhead had
Was it
never
VCR?
rewinded it.
I hated that. And then sometimes it'd get like all scrambled, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? So you had to proper get a knife or something in there.
Am I wrong in saying as well, Rob, you might be the most experienced to be able to confirm this for me or not, yeah?
As the older person. in the room.
DVDs, when they first came out, also had to be reset.
No.
Or like,
No.
you would put them in and they'd jump straight back to where you turned them off.
Yeah.
You could pause the DVD.
You could pause a fucking video.
Yeah, I know, and come back to it, but that you could never.
Maybe it was the dodgy DVDs that we bought down the pub that that needed rewinding. Or not even rewinding, but like you had to watch it the whole way through before it would kick back to the start.
Yeah, definitely not how a DVD used to work.
Fair, but we was getting all the latest films for like £2. So
Do you remember
who's laughing in it? Like,
people were walking past?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, be like,
videos.
no. Harry, don't do that. Fuck, where's he going to get popcorn now? Do you- like, like the deepest, I just dribbled. The deepest bit of this film is about to happen and my man needs a week.
He's up on the DVD
And he's ruining
walking
it for the guy with a video camera at the back. Come on.
The guy with the video camera is still selling that DVD though.
Of course he is. He paid £12 to get in. He's had to bring the wife and kids so don't look dodgy. Him just walking in with a camera for the 4th time this week.
Do you remember Blockbusters?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Love
what
Blockbusters.
a vibe.
It was on Richmond Road, wasn't it, for us?
Oh no, mine was Culver.
Oh, right.
Mine
yeah.
was Fortney High Street.
Yeah, that's cool.
Do you know that one?
No.
No.
Oh, fair enough.
Funny enough.
And do you remember, like, you'd go in,
Yeah.
you'd get it, and then you'd have to drop it back through the letterbox, innit? Because
Yeah.
you know you ain't going in store opening times because you haven't rewound it.
Well, I remember.
Blockbuster was good.
I used to always buy, my dad used to let me choose a film and he used to choose a film and I used to always get Song of the South every time. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
Surely,
Why oh
he'd
why?
have
What a
saved
wonderful
more
day.
fucking money if he just bought you the video.
Yeah, probably. But then
You
Dad,
walk into the shop for the 4th week in a row, I'll have that one. He's thinking, fuck me, man. I've dropped 20 quid on this fucking video. It's £15 in Tesco's.
well, Dad was having enough. He wanted me to learn other films. So I thought I was getting Song of the South, but he didn't get Song of the South. He got The Goonies.
Oh, God.
That's when I watched The Goonies for the first time. And then he played it and he had to fast forward to prove to me that Sloth was actually a good guy. And then we could go back and watch the film once I
So
knew
he
that
spoiled
Sloth...
the ending for
I
you.
did. So I wouldn't watch it until I knew Sloth was nice.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys. Huh?
Never seen it.
What?
Never seen it.
What are you on about? You've never seen The Goonies.
I think this is going to be the next present for Charlie, isn't it?
We've addressed this in a previous episode.
Have we?
I've not seen many films.
I'm gonna sit down.
Oh,
and watch
listen,
The
I was too
Goonies.
busy out on road.
Would you be scared of the slot?
Playing Thanos.
Yeah, we had this girl, right? And we told her that because she was the only girl, instead of turning around and putting her ass out, we just slap our balls on her face. And she believed it.
Oh. Oh.
No, I didn't watch many films when I was growing up. I was busy doing sports and stuff, which I know looking at my physique now you wouldn't believe. But I was quite a sporty child.
See,
What types of sports?
Football, rugby, swimming, mainly football. And then theatre.
Oh. We were only allowed to play tag rugby. Two girls.
Well, yeah, I went to a really posh secondary school and I didn't know what rugby was. And they had like 2 days in the summer holidays, which if you ask me, and even now as a 30-year-old man, I think is bollocks that I had to give up 2 days of my summer holidays to go try out for a rugby team I didn't even want to be in.
Oh, that is bollocks.
Yeah.
That sounds like childhood trauma. That
Yeah, and then they would like they split you off, yeah, to like, right, these are from posh families. They obviously know what rugby is. These have moved down from the north. They may know what rugby is. These kids are from a council estate.
They don't know.
They don't know what rugby is. And they teach you the basics, and then they would just like fucking chuck a ball in the air, and they'd be like, my surname was Prince at the time. Prince! And then I'd have to fucking catch the ball
Yeah.
and then show them what I'd learned over this 2-day training camp.
Oh my God.
I would just get the ball, the person would run towards me, and I'd be like, nah, fuck that. And I'd just dip the ball off to the left, yeah?
Fair.
But it just turned out I was doing everything right. So I got picked for the school rugby team.
You're a natural.
Oh,
Apparently.
you were just
And
trying to
then-
get rid of the ball.
Yeah, and then so I got picked, like, first, like, did you do games? Is that, do you like basically PE but on a field?
Yeah.
But it would like be a whole afternoon, innit?
Mm.
So every Friday
Sports day.
afternoon. No. Every Friday afternoon games, like just it'd be
Just
like
part of the PE.
rugby training basically. First session, and the teacher's like reading out these names, and I'm thinking, what are all these names about? Charlie Prince is like, why am I being called? And I'm going over thinking, a lot of these boys were the ones that looked like they were quite good at rugby at that rugby tryout day.
Yeah.
And then they didn't even explain it really. They just started making us do rugby training, and then they said you got a game next Saturday, and I was like, sorry, good. I'm busy next Saturday.
I got plans.
And they're like, yeah, you are. You're playing Wimbledon. And I was like, what? And I was just in the school rugby team for 3 years.
Not knowing how you got there.
No, and I fucking hated it. Like,
It's like, you're probably wondering how I got here.
yeah, no, I had to go training every Tuesday and Thursday. And my mum would pick me up. I'd have to stay at school until 5 o'clock. And I'm thinking, what?
Oh, I'd love to
Fuming.
stay in school till 5 o'clock.
Nah. And I'm thinking, but one benefit of it got me out of detention.
Oh, nice.
Or you could lie about your detention and say you're actually at rugby training when really you were in an after-school detention. Did that a few times.
Did you?
No.
I'd
If
always
I
play
got a
hockey.
detention,
Yeah.
because detention day was Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh.
So I'd say, well, I'm sorry, miss, I can't because I got rugby training.
Oh, okay.
What?
And she'd be like,
Detention for us was every flipping day.
no,
after
Tuesdays
school.
and Thursdays.
So,
And then they'd be like, oh, okay. Well, there's nothing we can do because that's not detention day. And I said, I know, miss. She said, well, if you get another one, maybe we'll have to look at a Saturday detention. Well, you can't, miss. We've got games.
over the barrel.
So, like, yeah. And because my school was like a posh school, rugby was like, if you was in a rugby team, you was
Elite.
Yeah. So it was like sound. I did obviously. If the rugby season went happening, I got a few detentions.
Did you ever play dodgeball?
Duck dodge.
I played
What is
dodgeball a
that?
few times.
And let me guess, they all just smashed the balls in your face.
It was only girls.
What is the dodgeball phrase?
Duck, dodge, dive.
I thought it was
Duck,
if you could dodge a
dodge,
spanner, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah, I love that film.
Should we go off the subject of games involving balls now?
Is it traumatic for you?
No, I broke someone's hand in dodgeball.
What?
So it wasn't traumatic for me, it was traumatic for her. There was no balls involved other than the one ball, okay?
What, you just panned one ball out? Whoosh!
And she tried catching it.
No way!
I shit you not.
You're telling me your throw's that powerful?
She turned up in a cast the next day in school and I was pissing myself.
A proper
course
cast?
you
Or
were.
like one
No,
of the
a
ones you can
proper-
buy from Tesco's? with
No
tubey
proper
grip?
cast. She broke her wrist in like 3 different places.
From you throwing a ball?
Yeah, absolute beast I was.
Yeah, rate that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I just
What was
did
your
that.
colour in sports day?
Oh God, I
Red.
can't remember.
I was, yeah, same. Well,
Or because it was a
We all
Catholic
wore
school.
our...
Cork.
St. Bede.
Pardon? What?
Oh, okay.
All the houses in my school.
See, I was,
Yeah.
I went to a Catholic school, but we was, because it was Welsh, we were like Team Cork.
Yeah.
But, well, yeah, no, we weren't Welsh in London.
Melon. No, I know.
But John Fisher's not a saint, is he?
I think you just made that up. Usually a saint has like saint in front of it.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Well, you just asked if
No,
John
because
Fisher was a saint.
what was weird was, but John Fisher's a religious figure, right? In the Catholics, anyway.
I've never heard
Because
of John
all the
Fisher.
houses were different saints apart from John Fisher House, and so obviously it's like being in Gryffindor, isn't it?
Yeah. Gryffindor.
Is it? Am I right in saying John Fisher's a religious character?
But he wasn't a saint though.
No, it wasn't.
No,
the
that's
same.
what I'm saying. He was the only non-saint of the houses because we went to the John Fisher school.
Ah, right, okay.
So, like, if you was in John Fisher,
You were sick.
you was like Gryffindor.
Wow.
Yeah, and I wasn't in John Fisher.
Oh. You were like
Played for the
Hufflepuff.
rugby team, though.
You were
Yeah.
Hufflepuff.
Not even Hufflepuff. I weren't Slytherin.
So you were Ravenclaw.
Well, there was 6 houses, so there's more than that.
Oh.
But yeah, so I was too busy doing sports to watch much telly or films.
It would have been better if I wasn't here, to be fair.
Yeah.
Don't be
Nah,
daft.
no. To be fair, you are.
We
well,
wouldn't have tan
To be
offs
fair,
if it
you
weren't
didn't
for
actually
you.
say anything. You were like, to be fair, yeah.
No. When
No.
after the last episode, when I listened back to it, I was already going to say to the girls, if we ever need someone to step in as a host, because like the podcast I listen to, Have a Word, their hosts are always missing because they're on tour or whatever. They have like guests, and I was going to say to the girls, you would be a good stand-in if we did ever need one. I didn't think we'd need one this soon, I'll be honest. But so when the opportunity arose because of Lucy's allegations, that's when I said, we should think about Ellie John.
You didn't say that. You messaged me first.
Yeah, fair, but
Yeah.
no, you have been a good guest, and thank you for coming in and covering at such short notice. We obviously didn't expect that the Lucy allegations would get out this quick,
Yeah.
but they have.
Lucy, we're here for you.
But yeah, like we said at the start, Lucy, we hope that the allegations clear up as quickly as possible. We can have you back. But Ellie has been keeping your seat warm. And it has been a bit of a chuck together episode because of that. So we're sorry if you haven't enjoyed it as much as other ones.
I think,
I'm self-deprecating, and
you are. At the end of the day, this whole episode was about reminiscing on all the memes,
Yeah.
on, recess,
and it has just been a
all
funny,
that
it's been a
jazz.
laugh, and hopefully you can laugh along with us.
Yeah.
In such, dark times for us with obviously what's going on with Lucy.
Yeah. And, just thinking about how different things were for us all growing up. Like, I thought they would have been the same, but
Yeah, like we
People
was just
played
normal and you
Thanos.
would...
I just had loads of balls in my face.
Yeah, and I just was out shotting rock.
and I was on the internet.
Talking of the internet, we have got a social media page.
Yeah, buddy.
We got the Instagram, Talk 30 to me, 30 for the 30. Please give us a follow, like our posts, get involved. You right? Obviously, we're trying to grow the podcast. We're trying to get more listeners. We're trying to get out there. I know we've been slacking with the reels and the clips. I took back control of doing the clips and then went and climbed mountains. So hopefully you'll see some more clips of this. Hopefully.
I don't know what.
Yeah. But yeah, tune in again next time. Hopefully Lucy's back. Like I said, hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
It's been a bit thrown together today. It was a bit unplanned. Hopefully you will hear this episode because I think there is going to be some gold in there. But there's been a lot of shit we can't have going out until we have a Patreon. So
I wonder if we've got more cut content than actual content.
I think we have.
We'll confirm on the socials after. But this I know we've been releasing kind of hour, 10-minute podcasts.
This could be the shortest one.
This is probably going to be the shortest one we've had so far.
You're
and
welcome.
my mum's going to be listening because she listens to them all and she gives me feedback on them all. And so I'm sorry, mum. But at least you know I ain't the most fucked up one.
I hope my mum's not listening.
Your
Mum
mum
is fine.
No, because your mum commented on the post saying she was really excited for the Ellie John one.
Yeah.
So when we announce Ellie John's on it again, your mum's definitely going to tune in.
I'm gonna
Mum,
send
I'm
it to
okay.
her.
Also,
I'm
how
okay.
many people were buzzing about the fact that you were going to mug me off for an hour? Did you notice that?
Yeah, they were buzzing.
People were fucking buzzing. I was
They're
going to
like,
be humble.
can't wait for this one. So when we release the clip of you just like
I do have a question as well, and I was going to rip into Lucy about it. Can we confirm the cake you were eating last week?
It was red velvet.
This is for a good friend of mine, Angel. I know you're going to be listening. Did it have cream cheese in it?
It wasn't butter icing, it was cream cheese.
It's
Angel?
not red velvet.
It had cream cheese in it, but
Red velvet.
So you were going to rip Lucy for having
because
that wrong.
I wasn't sure if she'd said it wrong, but turns out
You were wrong.
no.
Never.
I was just confirming some information for my good friend Angel.
Because Charlie
got
is
your back,
never
Lucy.
wrong.
No,
Got your back.
I have been wrong once.
Okay.
No, so basically before we started this episode, I showed the crew a poem from a good friend of mine. He's just released a new book called Peaceful 30, and it's a book of 30 poems for 10:30. I was lucky enough to be at the launch of it. I was going to promote the podcast, but then I was just taken aback by all the love in the room for him, and I didn't want to spoil his evening.
Wise
yeah,
choice.
no, there was just so much love in the room, and it was his night. He gave me a signed copy of it after.
Oh.
He wrote in it, "To Charlie, I wouldn't be where I am today without you. Love, Woodsy."
I love how you're mentioning that.
Yeah, listen, my guy. I'd love to get him on the pod, and he has said that he'll come on the pod. But it's a poem he wrote about 5-6 years ago, went viral, about growing up in the 90s and nostalgia. So if you're hearing this little spiel now, it means he's sent us a recording of it and we're going to play it at the end of the podcast. So hang about for an extra 5 minutes, especially if you're in our age range, because I'm not even blowing hot air up his ass. I think the girls will agree. It actually was a really good fucking poem.
A really good poem.
So thanks for tuning in.
Next episode, we're going to have a guest.
Yes, next episode's Elouise's birthday.
Yeah, Jade King is our
Jade
guest.
King. Oh, she comments loads on the socials.
Yeah,
Sick.
she's going to be our guest. She's really good
you
friends
didn't
with Ellie.
you didn't make it into the friend for that.
She's been on twice.
Anyway.
I think Jade will be good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think she'll put you in your place as well, to be fair.
All my friends are brutal.
Yeah.
All my friends.
That's fine. I'm looking forward to it. So yes, Elouise's birthday next. So we're going to hear more about Ellouise growing up. It's going to be...
traumatic.
Yeah. Hopefully no more nonce stories. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us, Ellie. We really do appreciate you
Anytime.
coming in at such short notice. Thanks for always being here.
Always,
Rob,
mate.
thank you as always.
Lucy,
we're here for you. Stand up. We know all the allegations ain't true and we know you're going to fight it. But here to play us out with his poem 90s Baby is one of my best mates and a fellow 30-year-old, Woodsy.
I was born in 1994. But if I shaved off my beard, you probably think I was born in the 2000s or maybe just before. See, back in the 90s, for me, everything was easy. From reading Biff and Chip at school to going home and watching Recess on my TV. I was so into Pokemon, I literally thought that I was Ash. In my head, I looked like a mixture of him and TJ Detweiler when I turned my hat to the back. I remember playing Spyro and Crash before my PlayStation crashed. You remember that moment when the symbol came up, it hadn't actually frozen, when your hardest decision is which starter Pokemon you should have chosen? I always went with a fire type, whether it was Charmander or Cyndaquil, whatever ones came after, but after the first couple generations, I kind of lost the hype. Until they brought out Pokemon Go, where in the first month that came out, I used up more data than words I have spoken at spoken word shows. I remember watching Hey Arnold and Art Attack. Most of these things you probably find in a 90s baby starter pack, like Beyblades and Crazy Bones. Wanting to own your own treehouse or having walkie-talkie radios, like going out for bike rides and having jumpers as goalposts, those shoes with the wheels and the heels. Heelys, I never had them, I wish that I owned those. Where the hell is Wally? I haven't seen him since going food shopping with my parents and sneaking turkey Twizzlers in the trolley. No, but fuck Jamie Oliver. Where the hell is Wally? I haven't seen him since going food shopping with my parents and sneaking Sunny Delight inside the trolley, from playing Wembley doubles to headers and volleys. If I was to put on a blue hat right now, I'd literally look like the real life version of Noddy. But honestly, Scooby-Doo was onto some relevant shit, because it was always the human beings dressed up as the monsters doing all of the terrible things. If they were to make a new episode today, I can almost definitely say Jinkies, because under the mask you find Donald Trump saying I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for that dumb dog and those meddling kids. Bro, I ain't telling no fibs. That So Raven and Lizzie McGuire was really my shit. But more so I felt for Gordo, because that guy was in the friend zone before we even knew what that is. Sorry, knew what that was. Now, because I'm doing poetry, I got to try and be a bit more grammatically correct, unlike them when I say stuff like BRB or soz I, G2G, cause I got to go and update my top friends on Bebo. There is no point in me playing GTA anymore, as I've just lost all of the cheat codes. See, no one really uses MSN anymore, but this girl just told me I'm a hotmail. And now, because I got a different outlook on life, if she wants to come and stay, we don't have to top tail. Take me back to when I could still pay 10p for a Freddo. When the worst possible pain I could ever feel is walking around my house barefoot and accidentally treading on some Lego. I used to bang out Busted and S Club 7 so much like I was in some European rave dancing to techno, but maybe I was just reaching for the stars from the get-go, because I would have these glow-in-the-dark stars on my ceiling. I'd look up at them every night before I drift off. My taste in music literally goes from a grime song to a Disney song, from hip-hop to Slipknot to reggae. I remember playing Mario 64 to Ocarina of Time and Super Smash Bros. Melee. To me, Ronaldinho was always just that guy. He was like getting to the end of a level on a Mario Game Boy game and thinking, how did he set the bar that high? That's right. I'm talking back when we used to watch VCR before we had DVDs. Back when they had Dick and Dom in the Bungalow on BBC. Now if you were to look up Dick and Dom in the Bungalow BBC, please be careful of the results that come up in your HTTP. I remember buying my first CD from HMV to watching hours of DBZ up on my TV screen. Please don't scream. That's what my mum would say to me and my friends when we were saying who could shout out bogeys the loudest. I don't think I remember a more epic moment than Vegeta saying it's over 9,000. Bro, I was the proudest when I got my first pair of Total 90 trainers. I remember going to get them on the weekend and walking into school on Monday like I was actually famous. I felt like Harry Potter when he rolled that first Nimbus 2000. Like Goku when he rolled that first Nimbus Cloud, or the first time that Mario defeated Bowser. It felt like when I got that first Just Do It bag. My friend had that new N-Tubz song on his Sony Ericsson Walkman phone. I was like, can you please Bluetooth that? I remember putting 101 viruses on my computer from using LimeWire and RuneScape, and kids today don't know those things. I know you felt so cool when you set your BBM status to Slee Don't Ping. I feel sorry for Stacey because all we ever did was sing that song about her mother. I remember the last couple minutes on the last day of term before that amazing 6 weeks of summer. All of these things will stay with me probably forever. Back in the 90s and the early 2000s when things were just that little bit better.